Left of the box. When it comes to responding on the spot to things that are happening, to questions he's being asked, again, Justin Trudeau, far, far better than Pierre Poilivre. And I pointed out in my last live stream how bad Pierre Poilivre is at it. And even I ad-libbed something that was far better response to a question that he got that, he could have ever have done himself. Here is 6 Buzz TV. So they posted this, and this is a little clip from Rebel News, and Rebel News is definitely right-wing conspiracy theory, as far right as you go in Canada. And they posted this clip of the Prime Minister responding to a question that could shut down the defenses of a lot of people. Like, imagine asking Trump, why do you think people don't like you? And imagine how Donald Trump would handle that question. Imagine how Pierre Poilievre would handle this question. Here's how Justin Trudeau handled that question.
Why do you think people don't like you?
I spend a lot of time talking with Canadians right across the country. I spent time this morning with construction workers, talking about the work that they were doing, building new rental units for Canadians here in Toronto. I think there is a lot of frustration with the way the world is unfolding, and that frustration is being taken out on people in positions of power. I get that. That's part of my job. But my job is to stay focused on the solutions that people are going to need, and that's what we're doing.
But what about you? I mean, we're both old enough to have seen a number of prime ministers, and I have never seen, the sticker that I saw yesterday in downtown Toronto running through the city with F. Trudeau on the back of a pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
Again, could you imagine just going up to another political leader like Trump or Biden or Pierre Poilievre and saying, these things about you that are out there, these signage of, asking Justin Trudeau to his face live, what's your take on the fuck Trudeau flags and stickers? That's a pretty bold question. And he stays completely calm and cool about it. Like, he doesn't shut down. He doesn't look to get uncomfortable. He totally handles this well. Like, it's almost like he could anticipate at some point this question is going to be asked and I have to have something ready, and he was ready.
Flags with your name and the middle finger raised.
Yeah.
Why don't people like you?
There is a level of polarization and toxicity that we see in a very visible way on social media and also in real life, as you point out. But most Canadians remain thoughtful and open and decent, and yes, frustrated and worried about their future. But I also know Canadians are good people who are willing to work together to build that future, and I'm part of that.
He handled that well. And just to contrast, I found this, and this is kind of funny. Anyone remember when Pierre Poilievre got hit with the title Pigeon Pierre? Don't play chess with a pigeon. It'll just knock over all the pieces, poop all over the board, and then strut around like it won the game. Sound familiar? And yeah, that would be Pierre in a nutshell. And this was actually done to him in the at the House.
The honourable member for Malpeque. Mr. Speaker, this minister's conduct yesterday was a disgrace to Parliament and to Canadians. Dealing with this minister is like playing chess with a pigeon. He flaps his wings all over the place, knocks the pieces off the table, messes all over the table, then struts around like he won the game. Mr. Speaker.
Yes. The political performances that happen here. The United States should maybe look into having a question period where they can do things like this. But we've seen Pierre try to think on his feet, and it never happens. And he's horrible at it. And I hope that those same people that were asking Justin these questions will ask Pierre just as poignant questions. And like I said in my last video, he just won't answer the question. He'll go off topic, he'll divert, all that sort of stuff. But if you really press him, I can imagine he's going to get mad really easy and make a complete ass of himself. And we need a lot more of that, because as is right now, he stands a very good chance of winning. And I don't want that. I'd much rather have Justin in. But the thing is that, do I like Justin? No. I have called him an arrogant, entitled, selfish prick. And I stand by those words. For as good as he does, and you see, like when he's up on stage, and the words that he says sometimes are very supportive, sometimes are very good, but it hides things like this. But then you have Pierre Poilivre, who has an MP in his cabinet going around accusing some random person of wearing a fake suicide vest. If that wasn't bad enough, Alex Jones. Been following this guy for years, and he's the real deal. Canada desperately needs a lot more leaders like him, and so does the rest of the world. Pierre Poilievre got the coveted Alex Jones endorsement. If you have people like Alex Jones endorsing you, that should be a huge red flag. That should be something. He needs to get up on stage right now and say, I do not approve of Alex Jones endorsing me. He can take that endorsement and shove it up his ass. Alex Jones, who harassed the families of the Sandy Hook victims. One of them committed suicide due to that harassment. Conspiracy theories galore, facing hundreds of millions of dollars in lawsuits for defamation. Horrible, horrible right-winger is looking at Pierre Poilievre thinking, that's my kind of people. I want to say that Pierre Poilievre should address this, but please don't. Because again, there is a certain level of accepted, expected, I said it earlier and it was like really good how I phrased it, and I need to go back and say it again. Expected, accepted, tolerated, and approved of within the Conservatives. Basically all those sorts of racism within the Conservative Party. This is a bit much. This is going a bit much. I don't even know what he said in this to get Alex Jones to be like, yeah, that's my man.
Justin Trudeau is not a liberal. It might surprise you to hear me say that. He's not a liberal. Liberals used to believe in liberty, and conservatives believed in conserving it.
Even here he messed up. Because he's saying Justin Trudeau is not a liberal because they used to believe in liberty. And then he was going to say, well, we also believed in the same thing that the liberals believed in, liberty and stuff. Oh, damn it. You can see, even in this, he screwed up.
Believed in conserving it.
That was but the full, they put the full word there. He only said half the word. He only said libera, but the whole word got kind of put down there. What a dork.
Believe in liberty, and conservatives believed in conserving it. That was the common sense consensus we had in Canada. Justin Trudeau does not believe in liberty. He believes in government control. He wants to control your money. He wants to control your kids. He wants to control the economy, control your speech, control your bank account. He wants to control everything. That is illiberal. It's the opposite of liberalism. I don't want to run your life. I want to run your government. and a government that does a few things well rather than a lot of things poorly, a government that minds its own business and lets people live their lives. That is the traditional.
Yeah, I get cut off kind of quick there. This is why Pierre Poilievre will be our next prime minister. No, that is not why. Like, there's a good chance he will be, but that speech there is not why. That was so bad. But again, that's the contrast that you have between how good Justin is on camera compared to Pierre. Because even in that, he screws up. But even that is still enough for Alex Jones to be like, that's my man. That's him right there. Support that Pierre Poilievre chap. Like, if he does not come out right now and say, denounce the endorsement from Alex Jones, it says everything you need to know about him. Like, Pierre, again, he's wealthy, he's rich, he's in the 1%. He's been a lifelong politician, even though he says that those things shouldn't exist. He started getting his pension in his early 30s. Everything has been handed to him his entire life, but he's gone through a very big makeover right now to try to compete with Justin Trudeau in this next election. All I can hope for is more of this, because this might actually hurt his chances. And I'm all for hurting his chances, because like Justin Trudeau said, people are frustrated and they're upset and they're angry. And they are directing it towards Justin right now. And that anger and frustration is stronger than any sense of, this guy is a moron. People would much rather have this moron in power than to go on with the frustration that they're currently feeling, that it's all being blamed on the Liberals, when it's not just the Liberals. It's the Conservatives. It's the provincial leaders. It's all levels of government that has led to where we are right now. Changing out the Prime Minister won't change a lot of the situations for the vast majority of Canadians. And with the Conservatives, it will actually get a lot worse. And remember, Pierre Poilievre falls into that same Stephen Harper camp. And how enthusiastic Stephen Harper is for the AI technology being used on Gazans right now. That if he was in office, these are the type of programs he would want our government to be working on. Absolutely horrendous. But he's not going to denounce Alex Jones. He's not going to denounce Melissa Lantsman. He's too much of a coward. Any pushback from these people, and he will buckle. He won't be able to handle it should they say, how dare you call me out? Like, again, just to go to more of his charm. So Charlie Angus is an NDP MP. He's been in the government for a long, long time. Good things about him, bad things about him. But he's not going to run in the next election. And so Pierre immediately tweets out, Charlie Angus jumped ship rather than face voters after he voted to hike the carbon tax and ban the hunting rifles of Northern Ontario. Common sense Conservatives will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime, and let you keep your hunting rifles. The man has no class. None. I'm not a huge fan of sticking to the whole decorum thing, but he can't even just say, like, I know when other politicians have stepped down on the right, on the Conservatives, you get people on the left, the Liberals, saying, oh, it was such an honor to work with this person and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know, maybe it's just refreshing that he does this, but again, just completely classless in how he does it. And what he says has no tact. Like, there's easier ways to say, yeah, he's an NDP, I don't like him. Fuck him. Let him step down. Like, that would be better almost if he just did that.